All right, let's go to get this thing started. I'm back for another recap of the second day of the Traffic and Sales Live Conference here in Alpharetta, Georgia. Y'all, I do my best to get these recaps done on time, but from the time we wake up to the time the day is over, it is all about creating connections, collaborations, and executing the ideas that you have, finding the right partners. The information that I'm getting is making me rethink how to go from a business that wants to generate revenue to transform my business to a corporation, an entity that's creating wealth and impact. And talk about those terms, creating impact in the way that I have over the last several years, but it's redefining it because I'm in a room full of people who've gone in their own business transformation, but also in their personal transformation as well. So I'm gonna share some notes. I wrote down notes. I got a lot of notes. When you come to TSP Live and you're talking to Lamar and Ronnie, they're gonna spit a lot of information. So I've already gotten about this much notes so far. So I'm gonna show you what I have. And I'm gonna just go through real quick, but they're impactful notes that I wrote down. So day 2, I wrote down from Jay Cameron. Jay Cameron has a travel lifestyle experience type of business where he connects Africa to the African diaspora, bridging the gap between Africa and the African diaspora, which consists of travel experiences back to the mother country, its food, its culture. So it connected with me, it resonated with me because of what we do with OKC Black Eats and our other brands like Black Eats Enterprise. So I'm gonna tell you what he said, how he went from $0 to 7 figures. 0 to 7 figures through collaboration. He kept repeating, don't wait until it's too late. If you're not willing to get on a plane, don't complain. And the theme reinforced over the weekend is we are the ones. Now, this is why don't wait until it's too late resonate with me, because it requires you to take action. Because what happens if you do wait until it's too late? The opportunity pass. I don't want to miss an opportunity because I was hesitant. I didn't believe in myself. I didn't have confidence. I made money as an excuse because I didn't even create a plan of execution to make it happen. Then he mentioned getting into position. Hesitation costs you too much. Stop, reset, and recalibrate. Because I have to do something different. If I don't take action now, if I wait, if I delay, if I give myself excuses, if I'm staring at the paper, I'm creating all these ideas and don't take action, I'm not going to see what's possible. Now, it may not happen in the way that I want, but because I'm taking those steps to execute the idea at a high level, at the end of it, even if it's not profitable, I will become a better leader in the process. And this is something that, what he said, this part, you can't wait for your mountain to move. You have to climb it. Now, those of us who are followers of Christ and we are Christians, disciples, however you want to call you, we want to label it. We've been told that if you look at that mountain, you pray for it and God will remove it. That's New Testament scripture. But he gave a different context. I can look at that mountain and want God to move it. But what if moving the mountain required me to do something? It required me to take action. If the mountain doesn't move, if the thing doesn't miraculously and prayerfully get out of the way, climb it. Because you climb the mountain, you're getting past the mountain. You're getting through it. And he said, take action. And he goes, in the process, you'll learn more about yourself, integrity, skills, and etc. He mentioned the power of collaboration. And he mentioned these steps that I'm going to implement right away. The first thing he said was written agreements created by an attorney, which I wrote that down, some other things, but that's important. I want to help Black-owned businesses. I want to help small business. I want to help people for things I get excited about. I have agreements. And sometimes I don't put those agreements forward Because I grew up in a time where you shake a man's hand and his word means something. We don't live in that time now. We don't. So the first thing he mentioned in terms of building collaboration and going from $0 to 7 figures is you must get written agreements from an attorney. I met a trademark and business attorney here at TSP Live, and I was able to get in contact with her to get a written agreement on how we collaborate. Because trust me, everybody doesn't do what they say. You want to talk about how you collaborate, etc., but that is important. It gave some action steps. 1, meet collaborators. Vet the opportunity. Make the opportunity attractive. Protect your brand. Be flexible, be patient, and open your mouth. Ask for what you want and what you need, because a closed mouth does not get fed, and either that with take action. A few other things that happened on the day. And yesterday afternoon, we talked about artificial intelligence. I know there's this big frenzy about artificial intelligence taking away jobs. It's the end of the world. We said that same thing in 1999 when Y2K. But what happened? We were still here. The day moves on. Our world is transforming. And as small businesses and as entrepreneurs, we must evolve too. So yesterday we talked about ChatGPT and how it can be used. And Alicia Little from Protected Equity gave us the game plan, and she used the acronym TADA, like TADA. And it stands for, it's TADAA, train chatty, ask for what you want as a script, dig deeper, additional material, and assemble it all. Now, she showed us in this way to feed information to ChatGPT to get the information that we want, whether it's writing articles, creating other types of content. And it was something that I had never really experienced because I wasn't really that familiar with ChatGPT and how I could implement it into my business. But she gave so many nuggets and so many resources. So she gave things like 11labs.com, Image Upscaler. She even showed us how to create a book using ChatGPT. Yo, game changer. Go through something else real quick. John Lawson, who's an e-commerce boss. He had this image up. It said AI boss mode. It's the biggest change in our lifetime. And he gave some reassurance on what artificial intelligence is and what it means in the background because of his success. And I appreciated that. And he just went through different tools and resources and what we can do. He gave us 5 mind-blowing tools, Double.so, Fiverr. He gave an interesting point about Fiverr. How do you think they turn around that content so fast? Do you think there's somebody in another country or even here in the United States that's churning out content that quickly? It could be canned or stocked information. The repackaging or repurposing could be. Or maybe it's artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is used to get your Uber, which I need to leave here in a minute to go to a lunch meeting. But don't be afraid of artificial intelligence. Get the information. He reinforced that media and journalism and these fear messages are what keep us away from information. If you're afraid of it, you won't look into it. And he crafted it in an amazing way for us to understand how to use AI to become a better, more efficient small business and entrepreneur. But even as a person working in a larger corporation, it's a great tool to use. And that was day 2 in terms of the TSP Live conference. In terms of the speakers and involved, that was day 2 in terms of the speakers involved. Now, let me tell you what I got out of yesterday in the relationship building. Again, everybody that I came in contact with was wanting to share. We're reinforcing the message again. Lamar reinforces the message again. We are the ones. And your bag, your opportunity is in the room. So I had to take that knowledge and that idea and figure out, how am I going to transfer that feeling and atmosphere going back to Oklahoma? Because many of the connections and resources and atmosphere that's here, it is a unique experience that you have to experience. If you got the virtual ticket, you get the look from the outside looking in, but it's something about a room full of Black folks doing amazing. But more than that, only 10% of businesses reach six figures or reach $1 million in sales. Only 10%. Now you narrow that down to Black-owned businesses and even other minority group businesses. In the room, there were at least 30 that hit $1 million in sales. 30 in the room that we got to talk to, sit next to, go to lunch, coffee, and connect. TSP Live is something I've never experienced before. And I'm going to create an atmosphere for myself back in Oklahoma and connect with those people in Oklahoma City that want the same thing. Now, what was important about Jay Cameron's message about collaboration is that collaboration takes time. It's a relationship. See, people will want to come to you. People come to me a lot for opportunities because I create opportunities, and I create opportunities for Black-owned businesses. I create brands. I create campaigns to give to people. And I want to help. But this conference is making me reevaluate how I collaborate and the reasons why I'm collaborating and why maybe I loosely go against my processes and systems for the sake of collaboration. It has to be mutual. Because if it's not an opportunity. He went on further to say, he's known some people for a while, for some years, and they got to know each other. And a couple years later, they finally did something together. Because they had to get to know each other. They had to identify their mutual values, their mutual interest, and how it benefits each other, to leverage each other. The opportunity is the thing. The parts on the other end of the seesaw are the people, and the people are important. So that's my recap of the second day of the main conference, but I've been here for a few days. This has been an amazing experience at TSP Live. I encourage every Black-owned business, every Black entrepreneur, if you have an idea, TSP Live is even a conference for people that are trying to flush out their idea. There are many people here who don't know where to start, who are not entrepreneurs, who have full-time careers and want to have another type of job or a career or a business outside of their full-time career. You don't have to be a full-time entrepreneur to attend entrepreneurship conference like this. I'm excited about these opportunities. I'm excited to see and meet other Black people doing their thing. And man, y'all make sure that y'all share, and do me a favor. I want you to share this video with somebody that needs to hear this. Now, I'll likely pull all of this information together to give you the full video, but share this video with someone who needs to hear this. Share it, because we are the ones, Black people, we are the ones that can do something different in our own communities. We are the ones that can lead. We don't have to go outside to do things inside and give up our power for someone. We don't have to do that. But we can learn how to do that with being in community with other amazing people. Well, that's my recap of day 2 of the Traffic and Sales Conference. That is my recap of TSP Live 2023. I'm going to get something to eat. See you around. And that's my recap of day 2 of TSP Live.